Thank you for listening to Talking to Our Souls, or to put it another way, to Talking Our Souls. This podcast is for entertainment purposes only and may deal with adult topics and adult themes.
Brownstown, we're with you when you fight. Brownstown, bark with the dogs tonight. Brownstown, Cleveland is right behind
you. Dish. I reckon I've got a bit of wood in my sock. Anyway, hello everybody. Welcome to Talking to Our Souls with me, Steve Henn. It is the 3rd of April 2023, so I hope you had a very good April Fool's Day. Talking of fools, over there we have...
It's Easter, but where do the eggs come from, Mr. Singh?
Oh, Mr. Singh, welcome to this non-stop hoot of laughs. Do you know where eggs come from, really? Sainsbury's. Other supermarkets, obviously, are available.
Well, it wasn't recently because there's been a shortage, wasn't there, not long ago? So
yes.
Sainsbury's didn't have any.
Apparently, in France, they've had enough of eggs. That's brilliant. Honestly, that is brilliant. Enough is an egg in French. They've had enough of eggs. Come on. I'm not going to dry grass myself. I'm not. And that sounds weird. Anyway. So we're not doing biting satire. We're doing Easter. We could talk about Jesus dying for our sins. Or not.
When you think about Easter now, you always think about his chocolate eggs, don't you? And bunnies.
Yes. I also think of 3 bank holidays. Is it 3 bank holidays?
2.
Yeah, but Easter Day is classed as like Christmas Day. I think it's the only day other than Christmas in the retail market have the day off.
You never used to be as big as deal, was it, Easter? Because it used to be like, it's a day Jesus was rebirthed and he died for his sins. It was more. I think Christmas has always been commercial, hasn't it? Easter used to be a bit more religious, I thought, a few years ago.
No, definitely. Because I used to get like these cards with these palm reeds made into crosses. We used to make those at school. But anyway, he didn't die for our sins, did he? He was murdered by the Roman soldiers. They hung him on they stuck him to a cross. Did they actually nail him, or did they tie his wrists? Because I've been in a play and I didn't have my hands nailed to the cross. I had my hands, I had to hold onto these ropes.
I'm trying to think which country is in East Asia. They actually, when Easter, they do, like, you know, they do a parade, right?
Yes.
People actually nail their hands.
Fuck me, no.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
Is this like, are they on drugs? Are they like getting all carried away?
No.
I don't know why I'm flapping like a chicken.
I don't think it can't be the Philippines, can it? I can't remember which country
could be.
it was. It's East Asian country it was. But they've taken it to the extreme. Can you imagine doing it around here?
I know they do it. I know they do it around here. They do it in Nailsworth. Come on, I'm not going to dry grass myself. That's good, though, isn't it?
Dry grass yourself sounds like when you're in the woods, you've got no toilet paper.
Well, that's only round the corner, and I don't mean that either. This has been dry grass, just in... Yeah, so, but you're right, we won't have toilet paper again, will we? Eggs and toilet paper.
Well, well, so I suppose that's one sacrifice people could make, maybe. I don't know, but...
What, for Easter? Lent?
For Lent, yeah.
Another thing that really annoys me about Easter is that it's movable. It's never on the same day, and it buggers up parents because of the holidays, so they can never rely on it. It's all to do with the moon. It's got nothing to do with anything else. So if a moon falls at a certain time in February, then because Easter can be in March, early March, or late April, it's fucking bonkers. What other religious... You can't do that with December the 25th. Oh, we don't know when it's going to be. We'll have to decide when the moon changes.
Oh, but isn't that like the 25th? Everyone knows that wasn't the day.
It was.
No.
Yeah, he was born on the 25th.
No.
Because when I was younger, we had a little like stable with a little crib and a little baby Jesus in it, and the shepherds came and wise men came.
Apparently, it was there's a reason why they made it that day, but he was
A pagan day, isn't it?
Later on in the year.
Michaelmas. Well, yeah, no, obviously, because I think it was two Roman emperors put in 2 months, Julius and Augustus. So we used to have a 10-month calendar. I say we, the world.
Different cultures go by their own things. Like, is it the Islamic calendar?
Do they have an advent calendar?
Sikhs have their own calendar.
But what, with the same months in, like the same amount of days for a year?
Yeah, because what happens, it goes by when the religion started. You think about it, like the Romans came, they implemented their calendar system, and then that's already in the British Empire would have implemented that. So
that's it. We got the missionary position is something that we spread around the globe. That's ridiculous. I can never find a missionary anyway. Yeah, it's difficult talking about Easter though. But next Monday is bank holiday.
Yeah, Sunday. Wow. I've been a bit say clever. I've booked a few extra days here and there to make longer weekends for myself.
Look at him.
Yeah. So I would enjoy Easter.
I've had all the Easter eggs I never need, really, because they were kept having them on offer. And when they're on offer in the shops, I buy more Easter eggs. I think I'll keep those for Easter. But it's a bloody 6 fucking weeks away when I start buying. Well, more than that.
I used to love Cadbury's cream eggs, but they've changed.
They changed them. Wrong. Cadbury's are wrong now. The chocolate is not the same, and children will be growing up thinking it's all right. But no, they'll never know how good it was. Fucking Americans.
That's right. The Americans came in, bought it, took more chocolate out, put more milk in.
Yeah,
bastards.
It's past a joke.
Morrison's was bought by American like finance firm, whatever. And apparently they're doing really shit at the moment as well. Everything's gone smaller.
Tell me about it. But I thought that my doctor said it was age. I'm on a roll today, ain't I?
I prefer sandwiches myself.
No, I don't blame you. What's your favourite sandwich filling?
Chicken and bacon.
What a great way to end that segment. Chicken and bacon. I'm not going to tell you what more. I think it's just cheese. Anything on with cheese. Hey, I could tell you something about me. Cheese and pickle. I do like a pickled onion. There's a guy having his testicles replaced for some reason with marbles or something. You do that when you have some sort of stuff going wrong down there. Apparently, when the doctor was doing it, he lost these marbles to go into this scrotum sac. He had his lunch with him, his ploughman's lunch, so he sewed in a couple of pickled onions. And a few weeks later, he came back, and the doctor said, "Everything all right?" He goes, yeah. He said, "The funny thing is, doctor, every time I have a cheese sandwich, I get an erection." I love remembering these jokes from way back when they weren't funny.
I tell you, this is true. I used to go to a school, sixth form college, and we were playing football. And every time this one lad got the ball at his feet, right, he used to shout, "One ball, one ball, one ball." And I'm thinking, why do they keep shouting? Like the Wimbledon, was it the
Wombles of Wimbledon?
Wombles from Wimbledon. I think, why do they keep saying that for? He only kicked when someone said, "Oh," it's like saying one ball, you drop something. Every time he had the ball at his feet. I found out after he's only got one ball, and he lost it playing football when he slid tackle and someone stepped on it and
Oh, why did you tell me that? I'm going to dream about... Not dream, that sounds wrong. I'm going to have a nightmare. I'm going to wake up in the middle of the night.
I think you'd be watching the Wimbledon and Wimbledon, and then you're going to get an erection.
No, I wish. But no. Oh, don't tread on someone else's balls, people. If that's any message you take away from this week's show, don't tread on people's balls when they're playing football.
Fair play to me. I mean, football didn't put him off, did it? You think about losing the other one.
No, not at all. Not at all. Oh, I was listening to the Gary Lineker podcast the other day that was part of Rory Stewart and the other Scottish Campbell that worked for Tony Blair. It's a bit dry. They're both dry, those two, but they're quite good. But the thing Alastair Campbell, but the good thing was they were talking about the incident, and he said when he signed for Match of the Day, he said that he had a chat with the boss man about what he couldn't tweet, and he said that he wanted to tweet about refugees and climate change, and that was non-negotiable. That's what he wanted to do. So it was really something else that obviously pushed those people's buttons, because I don't think Gary Lineker was in the wrong, and he wasn't, especially when it came to tax as well. He's no Jimmy Carr.
He's an interesting character, Alastair Campbell, but he's a bit of a C-word.
Yes.
Yeah. Come on, he was the one pulling all the strings behind Tony Blair, and he's the one who came up with the spin idea. The spin it.
I liked him more since Brexit, though, because he seemed to, anyone, it's like what's the word, pushing an open door. When you agree with something and someone says something that you agree with, then you tend to like them more. But he used to seem to say the right things about Brexit.
He's like he's like Piers Morgan on the other side. Two sides of the same coin.
I'm glad you said two sides of the one coin. I would have personally said two cunts either side of a Johnson. What are you doing? Are you getting fed up with me talking?
No. Just...
What was he doing? Okay, answers on a postcard to what was Av doing. This is a new weekly spot. You have to watch it on YouTube if you're listening to this. Oh, my God. He's got a filter. Yeah. It's something I haven't got, unfortunately.
I get it. It was under Labour, better for the working class, but they did some shit as well.
Yeah. But that's the trouble with when Starmer comes in, because he is so much Tony Blair. He's more right of Tony Blair than Tony Blair was. But when you've got a government so right we got now, we got bloody the NFF, whatever the name is, the National Front that I used to grow up with. That's what the Conservatives are. They're so right now that the right wing Labour Party is right of Tony Blair. Whew, I got that out.
I think when I get old, I'm just going to move to a different country.
When you get older?
Yeah. When I'm allowed to retire, I'm probably 75. I'll spend my last days dying in another country.
Dying in another country? I want to live in Britain and die. Yeah. That's the thing, though. But apparently we're losing our years. We're losing 2.5 years now compared to the rest of the world. But that's probably to do with fucking them not funding the NHS, I suppose. It's all austerity. Anyway, let's talk about something fun. Say something funny.
No, I forgot. Go on, you go. I forgot what I was going to say.
It was just something that I am going. I'm going to the theatre tonight. I'm actually at the theatre tonight, and I'm at the theatre next week as well. This Monday tonight, I am at the Book of Mormon in London. I'm looking forward to that.
Hello. My name is Elder Young. Hello. Did you know that Jesus lived here in the USA? You can.
And then next Monday, I am going to the Alexander Theatre in Birmingham to see Paul O'Grady in Annie.
He's dead, ain't he?
Who?
Paul O'Grady?
Lily Savage.
Yeah.
Paul O'Grady's not dead. It was who was it who died? It was No, it was Paul Grayson. Paul Grayson.
And Paul Grayson was incredible comic. And Paul Grayson was incredible comic.
I'm going to play that again because Dominic ran.
And Paul Grayson was incredible comic.
He said Paul Grayson instead of Paul O'Grady.
Maybe that's the Conservative version.
Well, He thinks, oh, they're two gay people. I've obviously got it right. I never liked Lily Savage. Oh, no, I quite like Lily Savage. I really wasn't a big fan of sick animals. Do you know what I mean? I don't get all that.
He was good in Blankety Blank as Lily Savage.
Really? Oh, but you see, I used to love... I'm not even going to say Terry Wogan. I'm going to say, Les Battersby. Les Dawson. It was very good as Terry Wogan in Blankety Blank. But then, if you see old episodes of Blankety Blank, some of the things the panellists said, you'd never get away with saying them now. I always watch it. Do you remember Who Done It? With John Pertwee used to do it. It was like a crime quiz panel, and they had three celebrities, and they watched it like a drama unfold, and then they had to interview the people, the actors who played the characters.
I don't remember that.
That was really long time ago, 70s, but I managed to get a couple of episodes of it because I thought it was brilliant, and it's not anymore because it's so old. But the three panellists, they're all smoking while they're asking questions. And I'm thinking, you'd never get away with that. So actually, funny.
Do you know, you say that though, but I watch an online show called Kill Toney, and it's an American show online. And but he's got this premise. He started in a comedy club. He's a comedian, and he's got this premise and he's developed it. So what it is, he gets all these comedians. He want to queue up, and he pulls them out of a bucket. Him and his guests then critique their 1 minute stand up.
Okay.
But on that in America, I didn't know, in Texas, they can smoke. You can smoke on stage, not in the crowd.
Okay.
These guests come on and they're smoking. And you had Roseanne Barr on it.
And she was smoking?
I don't know if she's smoking or someone else is smoking. But anyway, just Kill Toney. If you get a chance to watch it, anyone who's listening, Kill Toney, it's worth the watch.
Kill Toney, I'm going to watch it and I can talk about it next week.
People die in their arses, but then there are some funny people. And then after the conversations, they're like, he's brutal. I think that's what the comedy is, brutal.
Yeah. I quite like brutal. If brutal helps, I quite like brutal. That's why I quite liked Simon Cowle. Others would just say, they'd be nice, but Simon Cowle...
That was totally pathetic.
You know what I'm saying?
They don't even sound like him.
That's 99p from the pound shop.
You are the most boring person I've ever met.
There you go.
They've just got someone to talk normal.
You're the most annoying person I've ever met.
You're the most annoying person that I ever met.
For those of you who are listening rather than watching, I have a bobblehead made out of plastic, and that's what Simon Cowle looks like now. I'm on a roll. What's your favourite filling?
Cheese and pickles.
We're zooming through all these topics now. Anyone would think we had a plan, but I don't suppose we have. Is there anything else that we wanted to talk about this week?
We need to talk about the king went home.
Donald Trump?
No. King Charles?
King Charles. Fuck King Charles. I really am very not big fan of King Charles. Oh, Germany!
Went home.
He spoke in German, so he obviously knew that's where he was going. It was the first time that a monarch had addressed the German parliament.
Wunderbar.
I'm not sure what she was wearing. She could have been wearing a Playtex.
Wunderbar.
Not a Wonder Bra.
It was the worst.
It was the best of times. It was the bratwurst of times. He hasn't said anything controversial yet, though, has he? Yeah, I don't know what.
I would have loved him just to say a little moustache. Just for a joke.
I'm not sure, right, and you call me old-fashioned, that if the King of Great Britain went to Germany and penciled in a Hitler moustache before he came on and covered it up, because this is just a joke, I'm not sure many Germans would find it funny. I personally would find it hilarious.
I would find it very funny. I think you'd find a lot more people become royalists if they did that.
So we should mention Trump. He's been arrested tomorrow, apparently. But then I hear that actually it's Democrats are trying to do this to make him more popular with his supporters because they'd rather go up against Trump than Santos. Do you think he's guilty?
Chicken and bacon. Is there anything he's innocent of?
Well, that's the thing. I think he's innocent. Oh well, it depends. If the charge is right, he paid Stormy Daniels. What a great name! He paid Stormy Daniels money to keep her quiet, otherwise she was going to the press. Right now, that's legal. He can do that. He can pay money to keep her quiet, but apparently he gave the money to a solicitor or a lawyer. Sorry, a lawyer in America who gave it to Stormy Daniels. Now, on his tax returns, he's put that down as lawyers' fees, which, when I used to do my tax returns, if I brought a family member a card and put it in the post with a stamp, the card and the stamp would go down because I used to use cards and stamps all the time. Now, that, if I was looked into, may have been wrong, but I could quite legitimately say that that was a stamp that I brought with my business. Now, is he paying lawyers' fees, which includes the 120,000 hush money? Does that count? I think he might get away with it.
Yeah, something. Have all the things that he's probably done.
Yeah, I know.
That's the one they're trying to. That's the one they're trying to make stick. Right.
Yeah.
And you know what annoys me about this, right? Is they might get him on a technicality or something. Yeah, right. But look, what? How much did Bill Clinton do?
But he didn't inhale, and he didn't have sexual relations.
He lied. He lied about
Well, it depends. I think he was trying to say that his relations it wasn't really a relationship. She just bent over and I stuck it in there. I apologise for the graphics. I don't think, a relationship is someone going out for a meal and that. So maybe that was his get out of jail.
Again, he's just trying to pay words. And the same, I know Trump keeps talking about Bill Clinton, but there's a reason why he keeps talking about Bill Clinton, because how much did he get away with?
Mm.
And they're a weird family as well, the Clintons.
I know, and their cards are rubbish. So join us again next week when we talk exclusively from our souls.
Brownstown, Cleveland is right behind you.
Hey, thanks for listening to the show. We hope you enjoyed it. Please like, subscribe and share this because it will help us. And don't forget to tune in next week, 8 p.m. Mondays. Ta-ra! So